We start with the arrest of an Iraqi national with a track record of terrorist attacks in Europe. This story is developing. We're getting new details literally by the moment. And for that, we turn to Anna Schecter for what we know right now. Anna, tell us.
Well, this Iran-backed militia leader had been linked to 20 plots throughout Europe and Canada. So this is very real. This is not just somebody messing around with buddies in Telegram. This is a very, very real, very serious plot. In fact, according to this indictment, he wanted to carry out attacks in Los Angeles and New York, targeting a prominent synagogue, my sources tell me, in Manhattan. So right at the heart, right where I'm sitting right now, likely within a several block radius. But our sources say they do not want to name the synagogue for fear of bringing in more threats or a potential attack. So this is very serious. He was extradited from Turkey, brought overnight to New York City, and just a few hours ago, he was in court downtown in federal court at his first hearing, facing terrorism charges and a charge involving a plot to bomb a public place, which we understand is the synagogue that I've just been referencing, Major.
And Anna, what do we know, if anything, about potential motives?
Well, absolutely. This is in retaliation for the war in Iran that the U.S. and Israel are waging against Iran. And that is why prosecutors say this individual and his group was targeting Jewish sites and Israeli sites throughout Europe and now in the United States. And they wanted to bring this indictment and get him out of operation before he could successfully carry out an attack here in the homeland. Because guess what? His group carried out attacks in Germany and elsewhere in Europe, and were plotting in Canada as well.
It would stand to reason, Anna, that this, from the U.S. perspective, should not be the only arrest. If it is a group, they must be looking for other people.
That's right. He is just a central key person. He was not only involved in the planning of these attacks, but he had this broader propaganda role. He was close with, as you mentioned, Soleimani. So he was a very high-ranking person, getting direction from the Iranian regime, according to intelligence sources and this indictment. So they are really going for a leadership. Of course, there are going to be a plethora of people who worked under him to carry this out. One thing interesting in the indictment, they had communications, his texts. He was sending photos, maps of this synagogue to others in preparation for this attack. So absolutely others involved in these plots here on the homeland.
And the criminal complaint suggests that that attack at that synagogue was possibly quite imminent. Anna Schecter, thank you very, very much.